Come, let us sing a song of Shabbat. Let's do that again. Come, let us sing a song of Shabbat. Come, let us sing a song of Shabbat.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
It's good to see everybody here on this beautiful day, this Shabbat before Thanksgiving, as we're thinking about what's coming up. This strange Thanksgiving that we're going to have when we feel both connected and apart. And that seems to be the theme of the past 9 months, really. But nonetheless, we are here. I'm Rabbi Joe Black. I'm the senior rabbi, and with me is...
Cantor Liz Sachs, the senior cantor.
You can introduce yourself very easily.
Thank you.
And let's continue as we welcome Shabbat with kindling of Shabbat lights.
These Shabbatot that we've been experiencing now since daylight savings are actually happening when it is dark outside. And so we feel even more powerfully what it means to bring Shabbat in with light as we see the darkness all around us. So we sing together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'midotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר של שבת.
To whom shall I give this grateful heart, the joy that shines through the center of my being? Together, to you, my friends who hold me, support me, and carry me along the way. To you, my God, source of strength and hope. To whom shall I give these praising lips, this gladness that echoes from the depths of my voice? To you, my friends, who teach me, guide me, and honor me along the way. To you, my God, source of wisdom and truth. To whom shall I give these powerful hands, this energy that infuses my bone and sinew? To you, my friends. Together we will build this world into a temple of justice and peace. To you, my God, together we will bring the light of holiness and love. Blessed, I just lost the text. I'm sorry. Blessed are you, my friends, in our moments of celebration together and our moments of service to each other. Blessed are you, God of all being, source of my life, creator of joy and gratitude.
We haven't sang this prayer together in a very long time. Tov lehodot. Tov lehodot l'Adonai, uzamer l'shimcha elyon. Tov lehodot l'Adonai, uzamer l'shimcha elyon. On this the day of days, my lips shall sing your praise, for I know that you'll always be here surrounding me. Tov lehodot Adonai, uzamer l'shimcha elyon. Tov lehodot Adonai, uzamer l'shimcha elyon. I wish to understand the wonders of your hand, for all the blessings that are mine rise from your design. Tov lehodot Adonai, uzamer l'shimcha elyon. Tov lehodot Adonai, uzamer l'shimcha elyon.
So we've said, Tov lehodot l'Adonai, it's good to give thanks to God. And as this time when we are aware both of the constrictions that are placed upon us and the real fears that we are confronting as our epidemic, as our pandemic gets more and more intense, we also can give thanks for the ability to use technology to come together, for the ability to be present in sacred community, and to welcome in the beauty of Shabbat. We say the words, Lecha dodi, likrat kala, come my beloved, to greet the Shabbat bride. This day, this 26 hours that gives our life perspective, meaning, and purpose, for which we are eternally grateful. Lecha dodi.
Lecha dodi, likrat kala, hey Shabbat, nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, hey Shabbat, nekabela.
Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. The love that echoes love, that whispers love, that breathes love, in the quiet stillness of morning is leading you toward light, toward understanding, toward God, together. For love is the pulse of holiness, the beating heart of radiance and wonder, the rhythm of creation, the energy of blessing, the starburst of the divine. The love that echoes in your heart resonates eternal with all beings, with all souls, with the wisdom of the ages and the wisdom of the earth. Yes, love is the pulse of holiness. Let it flow through you. Let your countenance shine majesty from the core of your being to the edge of the universe to fill the world with splendor. Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel.
You may be seated. We chant together. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם להיות על ידך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
A lamp glows inside your heart with 8 ways to light it, 8 ways to keep it shining, 8 ways to keep its glow. Light it with your joy. Light it with your tears. Light it with this song. Light it with the works of your hand. Light it with hope. Light it with service. Light it with this prayer. Light it with praise to God's holy name. Bring the lamps of your soul out into the streets so that all who have forgotten the miracles around us will remember the beauty within, so that all who have forgotten the miracles of old will remember to rejoice. A lamp glows inside your children. Keep it shining. Watch it glow. Light it with your joy. Light it with your tears. Light it with this song. Light it with the work of your hands. Light it with hope. Light it with service. Light it with this prayer. Light it with praise to God's holy name. Cantor Hanukkah is coming up. And that means, what does that mean?
Well, it means that you better buy some candles. But in addition to that, it means that we sing our Micha Mocha to our special Hanukkah melody. So let's remind each other of how this goes and sing from within so that the warmth of our hearts and the light of our faces will reach out to one another, even through our computer screens and across our community. We sing the song of our season.
V'ne'emar, thus it is said, Adonai redeemed Jacob from a hand stronger than his own. Praised are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. Give us a place to rest, Adonai our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening shadows of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Baruch atah Adonai haporeh sukat shalom aleinu va'al kol amo Yisrael va'al Yerushalayim.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, Leshalom. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, Leshalom. Be'amidenu, Shomreinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu, Sukat shlomecha. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, Leshalom. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms.
There is a chain of both unimaginable delicacy and infinite strength, bound 13 times, from head to hearts to hands to you. It stretches further back than time until it reaches those who first cried out your name. I see them in the mirror, hear their voices in the night, feel their joy, and taste what they found bitter as if it were iron on my tongue. Together we are whole, together we remember, and so we sing your praises.
We rise as we are able, physically or spiritually, for tefillah. Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya 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 la 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Gadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei Hakol V'Zocher Chastei Avot V'Imahot U'Mevi Geula Livnei V'neihem Leman Shemo Be'ava Melech Ozer Moshia U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham V'Ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayei Hakol Atah Rav Le'Hoshia Mashiv HaRuach U'Morid HaGashem Mechalkel Chayim B'Chesed Mechayei Hakol Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim V'Rofeh Cholim U'Matir Hasurim U'Mekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Michamocha Bal Gevurot U'Mido Melach Melech Meimir U'Mechayei U'Matmiach Yeshua V'Ne'eman Atah L'Chayot HaKol Baruch atah Adonai Mechayei HaKol Atah Kadosh V'Shimcha Kadosh U'Kadoshim B'chol Yom Yehalelucha Selah Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh.
And we turn inward now. Rather than pray the words of others, let's find those prayers imprinted on our hearts at this time of Chanukah, of dedication, at this time of thanksgiving. To what are we dedicated? For what are we thankful? We pray in silence. I want to share a new song with everyone. In a time of darkness, we need to be the light. It goes like this. Be the light, be the light. When darkness surrounds us and we can't tell black from white, be the light, be the light. Each candle that we kindle calls on us to be the light. At this gloomy time of year, the wind blows harsh and cold. Daylight disappears, darkness takes its hold. We tell the ancient story of the Maccabees' brave fight. Today their task is in our hands. We all must be the light. Join with me. Be the light, be the light. When darkness surrounds us and we can't tell black from white, be the light, be the light. Each candle that we kindle calls on us to be the light. History has taught us that tyrants feed on fear. Long as we are willing to stand and persevere, we use our strength and power to stand up for what's right. Oh, every waking hour helps us to be the light. Be the light, be the light. When darkness surrounds us and we can't tell black from white, be the light, be the light. Each candle that we kindle calls on us to be the light. Our enemies know well that power is quite fleeting. As long as truth and courage in our hearts and souls are beating, justice past is twisted. We've got to hold on tight to our faith, 'cause we've insisted always be the light. Be the light, be the light. When darkness surrounds us, can't tell black from white, be the light, be the light. Each candle that we kindle calls on us to be the light. Be the light, be the light. When darkness surrounds us, can't tell black from white, be the light, be the light. Each candle that we kindle calls on us to be the light. Each candle that we kindle calls on us to be the light. And we continue now with Seder Kriyat Torah. And I want to invite Rabbi Hyatt to share a wonderful Devar Torah that's a reflection of what we're all going through right now. Rabbi Hyatt.
Shabbat Shalom. I am coming to you not at all live this Shabbat because, exciting announcement, I have acquired a new coworker. Neil and I are in quarantine. And so here we are in our home, making sure that we are safe and that we keep everyone else that we love safe. And as much as I have missed working in my office with the clergy team and the professional staff at Temple Emanuel, and I have craved to be back with other people working, I did not actually mean that I wanted a 4-year-old as a coworker. He has terrible time management skills. He is not self-sufficient, and he has really inappropriate boundaries as a coworker. And so here I am, 2 days in with something like 12 days, 6 hours and 45 minutes, though I'm not counting, to go of this quarantine. And I am struggling. It has been a hard 2 days. It has been a hard 2 days of trying to balance all of the things that need to get done in our house, in my profession, for him. These have not been my best moments as a mom. And so I think that maybe there's something to learn from this week's Torah portion, which is about another mom in our weekly cycle. So we are in Parashat Toldot, which is talking about the generations, specifically the generations of Isaac and Rebekah, and the generation that comes after them, Jacob and Esau, the twins that we know have a terrible sibling rivalry. And we learn even that they are so, they have such a rivalry that they fight already in the womb, which sounds terrible. Just awful. And what we know is that Rebecca, who prays for children, she's barren like every other woman in the Bible. She's barren until she's not, until somebody prays or until God gifts her with children, according to the way the Torah teaches us. And then she becomes pregnant with these twins, and they fight inside her. And the verse that we read says the children struggled inside her. They fought. Vayitrotzutsu. It's the same root as the word run. They ran to struggle with each other, or it was like they were running from each other in the womb. Sounds terrible. And she says, if this is so, im kain, lama ze anochi? Why do I even exist? And she goes to ask God. And so our commentators have a lot to say about this. And most of the commentators, as we know, and with no judgment, we understand for the last 2,000 years are mostly male. And those male commentators say that all of this question, why do I even exist? This is Rebecca pushing back on the terrible pain and trauma that this is causing her. What am I doing? Why did I pray for this? This is awful. Why do I even exist? If my goal in life is to be fruitful and multiply, what are we doing here? This is awful. But the Women's Torah commentary that we read from when we're looking at the Torah that offers a different perspective says that actually this is not how we have to read it. Perhaps we're missing the point. That when she says, if this is so, why do I exist? It's not a lament or a complaint. What's actually happening is that she's saying, okay, I'm learning a thing about what's happening right now. It turns out that in the Bible, often multiple children are a sign of a special destiny. And so she's saying, if this is so, why do I exist? What is the purpose that I've been put here for? What am I supposed to learn from this? Perhaps this is an opportunity or a lesson that I am supposed to take. And so it is in that vein that we look at the female piece of this idea. And Rebecca, Rivka, who is one of our matriarchs whose name we invoke all the time, she's one of the mothers. The word for mother in Hebrew is aim, or ima. You might have heard in modern Hebrew, aim. And it turns out that Hebrew doesn't have vowels in letters, right? You might know this. It just has symbols that add the vowels. If you take away one dot from the word aim, just one dot, and you leave everything else the same letters, you get the word im. Aim means mother. Im means if. And it's a really interesting relationship because often we think about like the if factor in raising children, certainly in bearing children, is so deeply ingrained in mothers and also in fathers and in parents. But we understand in that biblical context, certainly a mother is the one responsible for raising her children. She's the if factor. So what does this if teach us? And she says, if, im kain, if this is so, lama ze anochi, why do I exist? So what's the if factor? If is conditional. We think of if as the unknown, as the unimagined, as something that we can't even conceive of. The if is a possibility, or it's something that we worry about. What if? Or if only. It's something that we desperately wish that we don't have. But in fact, if at its core is conditional. For all you math people out there, if X, then Y. If X, then Y. If means we know something. What does this mean in practicality? If this is north, which it is in my house, then this is south. If I need to go south and I don't know which way south is, it's okay. All I need to know is which way north is, and I can figure out south from there. So maybe Rebecca is teaching us we don't have to know everything. We don't have to know the answer. We just have to know something. And once we know something, it's an if. That's a pretty mom way to handle it, right? If I know this, then I can figure out that. I can extrapolate that. I can get to that. We focus instead of on what we don't know, on what we do know. And so I'm sitting here thinking about this mama from thousands of years ago, this matriarch who taught us perhaps this really important lesson. And I will be honest with you, it is very late because I can only work after bedtime a little bit right now. The coworker, you remember. And I'm thinking about the if and what I do know. Because tomorrow makes me feel anxious and nervous. Today was hard. It was not a great day. And I imagine for so many of you, tomorrow is also scary because today was hard. So let's think about what we do know as we think about tomorrow. I'm thinking about all the people who I know who have offered to stand outside my window and wave at me so that I don't feel alone in this. I'm thinking about all of the people that will step in and help if, God forbid, Neil or I get sick. I'm thinking about all of the resources that I have. I'm thinking about how great my kid actually is, how smart and kind and empathetic he is. And even though we did not have a good day, and this was not my best day as a mom, we ended okay with love and with our prayers and with snuggles the way that we always do. And I know that that will happen again tomorrow. So I know that if I need help, I can ask. And I know that if tomorrow is also bad, we will be okay. And so we go back to our original question. If so, says Rebecca, if this is what it's going to be, if this is what life is like, what am I doing here? What do I need to know? Why am I the one that's here? Lama ze anochi. Why is this me? Because I have inside me what I need to get through this. And so do you. And so take a second. Whatever it is, I can't imagine that all of us are locked in a house with a 4-year-old, but so many of us are, and or we have so many other struggles. We can't see the people we love. We are dreading a Thanksgiving spent alone, or a Thanksgiving that we agreed to where we're not going to feel safe. We are mourning those that we have lost in the last many months of this pandemic. We are wondering about our next paycheck or our next grocery store run and how we're going to make it happen and where it will come from. We're worried about our jobs. We're worried about the economy shutting down again. We're worried about getting sick. We're worried about our parents and our grandparents or our children or our loved ones getting sick. If so, if all of that, if any of that, why is this me? What are we going to do? We have what we need inside us. We just forget when we're overwhelmed with anxiety or with pain, like Rebecca, or with discomfort, or with worry, or with a deep and real lack of patience or resources or capacity. It turns out we have what we need. We just need to find the conditional. That's what our matriarch teaches us. Find the conditional. Find what we do know. We know that this community is here for us, that our clergy and that our professional staff at Temple Emanuel are here for us if we need them. We know that our neighbors are here for us. We know that we can support each other. We know that we're stronger than we think we are. We know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So if those things, then what? Then maybe we're a little bit better equipped to handle what comes tomorrow. So I am wishing you a Shabbat and a Thanksgiving full of if, full of remembering what you do know, so that you can tackle what you don't know. And let that if be full of imagination and possibility and affirmation and understanding that you have more inside you than you thought you did. If this is what it's going to be, then why is this me? Because I can do this. And so my blessing for each of you, parent, grandparent, friend, aunt, uncle, sibling, neighbor, child, colleague, remember what you know and who you know, and be a part of the if that we all need. Just because there are so many uncertainties doesn't mean that it's all full of unknowns. We know a lot and we can do a lot. It is for this that we are us, that we are here, that we exist. And if we remember that, we will get through this together. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. What an amazingly beautiful Devar Torah. And as I told people on Facebook, those who are watching, Rabbi Hyatt and Neil are fine, but they did have a secondary exposure to COVID, and out of an abundance of caution for all of us, they're in quarantine. So, Rabbi Hyatt, we send our love and we send our strength, and if you need us, we are there for you. So we move on now to Seder Kriyat Torah. And we have many people participating in our Torah service tonight. Blessing Torah in honor of Xander Keenan celebrating becoming Bar Mitzvah tomorrow. We have the Keenan family. Reading from the Torah, Howard Boygan, one of our wonderful Torah readers. Translating Torah is a member of our Board of Trustees and the president of our sisterhood, Barbara Schwartz. And following the Torah blessing, the post-Torah blessing, again, the Keenan family. Here we go.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMorach, Baruch Adonai HaMorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen. Vayehi ki zaken Yitzchak, vatichel yanai merot, vayikra et Esav beno hagadol, vayomer elav beni, vayomer elav hineni, vayomer hinena zakanti, Lo yadati yomoti, ve'ata sanach elecha, talayacha v'kashtecha, v'tzei hasadeh, v'tzudali tzayid. Va'aseh li mat'amim, ka'asher ahavti, ve'avitali ve'ochela, ba'avur, Tivarechacha nafshi b'terem amud. V'rivka shamat b'daber Yitzchak el Esav beno, vayelech Esav hasadeh latzud tzayid lehavi. V'rivka hamra el Yaakov benaha lemor, hine shamati et avicha, Medaber el Esav achicha lemor, havia li tzayid, va'aseh li mat'amim ve'ochela, va'avarechacha lifnei Adonai lifnei moti. Ve'ata v'nihi shemat b'koli, la'asher anihi mitzava otach, lechna el hatzon, v'kach li misham shnei gedayeh izim tovim ve'eseh otam matamim le'avicha ka'asher ahev ve'hevetal avicha ve'achal ba'avur asher yivarechacha lifnei moto. Vayomer Yaakov el Rivka imo, hein Esav achi ish sa'ir, v'anochi ish chalak. Ulai yimusheni o avi, v'hayiti v'einav, kim tatea, v'heveti alai, kelala v'lo v'racha. V'atomer lo imo, alai kilatcha b'ni, ach shema b'koli, v'lech kach li. V'yelech, v'yikach, v'yave le'imo, v'atas imo, matamim, ka'asher ahev aviv. Vatikach Rivka et bigdei Esav b'na hagadol hachamod mudot asher ita b'bait. Vatalbesh et Yaakov b'na hakatan. Ve'et orot gedayeh ha'izim hilbisha al yadav ve'al chelkach tzavarav.
When Isaac had grown old and his eyesight had dimmed, he called his elder son Esau, saying to him, "My son." "Here I am," he answered. "Look now," said he, "I have grown old, and for all I know I may die any day. So pick up your weapons, your quiver and your bow, and go out to the countryside and hunt me some game. Then you can make me some tasty dishes such as I like, and bring them to me, and I will eat, so that I can give you my heartfelt blessing before I die." As Isaac was speaking to his son Esau, Rebekah was listening. And when Esau went to the countryside to hunt for some game to bring him, Rebekah said this to her son Jacob: "Look, I heard your father speaking to your brother Esau, saying, 'Bring me some game and make me tasty dishes that I may eat and then bless you before the Eternal before my death.' Now, son, listen to me, to what I'm instructing you. Go to the flock and bring me 2 tender kids, and I will make them into tasty dishes for your father, such as he likes. You will bring them to your father, and he will eat, so that he may bless you before his death." But Jacob said to his mother Rebekah, "Look, my brother Esau is a hairy man, and I am a smooth-skinned man. Should my father feel me, I will seem to him like a cheat, and I will bring a curse on myself, not a blessing." His mother then said to him, "Any curse that you get will be on me, son. Just listen to me and go get them for me." So he went and got them and brought them to his mother, and his mother made tasty dishes such as his father liked. Rebekah now took the finest of her elder son Esau's garments that she had in the house, and dressed up her young son Jacob. The skins of the kids she wrapped on his hands and over the smooth part of his neck.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam natan b'tohenu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen. So we continue with the Mishaberach, and I can tell you that there are a lot of people who are on our list, and there are many more who are not on our list who are ill. COVID is impacting our congregation, our loved ones, the first responders, the medical professionals, all those who labor to keep us safe. And so they are on our minds on this Thanksgiving, on this Shabbat before Thanksgiving. And so I'm going to be singing this beautiful melody, and I want you to sing it with me. And I want our voices to rise. I want our voices to penetrate the impenetrable, so that all of us, as a Kihila Kadosha, as a sacred community, can ask for God's healing blessing on behalf of all who are ill. Join with me. Mi shebeirach avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. On this Shabbat, we're mindful of Zachary Hoffman, David Karner, David Lustig, Natalie Mosier, Corey Franklin, Jeff Cohn, David Goldenberg, Stuart Myers, Jerry Butter, Catherine Plus, Vicki Adams, Gene Silber, Scott Grant, David Horowitz, Michelle Handler, Robert Franks, Roger Simon, Phyllis Schulberg Johnson, Scott Englander, Shanti Chazan, Robert Tucker, Trudy Bershoff, Jenny Brynan, Lynn Pollitt, Lynn McLaughlin, Cromar, Cindy Friedland, Dana Huss, Betsy Epel, Robin Huss, Devorah Miriam Bat Yehudit, Joanne Wilner Potts, Howard Rosenberg, Marcy Rosenberg, Kathy Dock, Glenn Richardson, Leonard Streer, Deborah Alenikoff, Bev Rouleau, Flory Katchen, Brendan Stoltz, Steve Cohn and Cheryl Cohn, and all those whose names are being written in on the Facebook page, whose love makes our world a better place, and for whom we pray. Baruch atah Adonai mekor harefuah. We praise you, Adonai, source of healing. We join together. Mi shebeirach imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
We rise now as we are able, physically or spiritually, carrying all of that love and hope in our hearts for Aleinu. Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu kegoye haratzot, velo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
These beautiful words by the poet Merit Malloy have so much meaning. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved, and if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me best by letting hands touch hands, by letting bodies touch bodies, by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die. People do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. As we now recall our loved ones who were taken from us this past week, we remember Ed Diner and Trudy Dock. We remember Rocky Brown and Joe Kaufman and Dee Rosenblum Paul and Tracy Schimmel and Pauline Tayo and Arlene Wedgel, who were taken from us in the previous 30 days. We link with their names those whose yahrzeit, the anniversary of whose death, occur at this time: Faye Belstock, Carol Cohen-Berger, David Mark Bernstein, Celia R. Blank, Esther Blankfeld, Moishe Borstein, Regina O. Bornstein, Rose Charsky, David Cohn, Layman Deegan, Eleanor Cohen-Flatow, Milton Foster, Henrietta Friedenthal, June Butler Friedman, Sally B. Friedman, David M. Gerstley, Harriet S. Gordon, Alfred A. Grauman, Henry Greenberg, Marjorie Bernick Grimes, Martin Gross, Sarah Goldman, Robert Hayton, Max Height, Henriette Hank Isaacson, Samuel Judd, Lester Cal, Bertha Fried Kleiner, Isaac Cohn, Clarence C. Cusick, Ronald Lasky, Fred Lerner, Mary Levy, Dora Lonstein, Albert Lopatin, Adrian Gale Oakner, Sadie Pepper, Leonard M. Rayfeld, Shirley Ringler, Lottie Robinson, Henry Rosenberg, Susan M. Rosenthal, John Roth, William D. Samuel, Sadie H. Sands, Philip Schwartz, Marion Shaman, Marlene Schendelman, Ray Schendelman, Samuel G. Schreiberg, Ralph Solomon, Mary Stein, Melvin Strauss, Vicky Thorne, Nat Weinberg, Rose Weiner, Bruce H. Weinstein, Jeanette M. Weiss, and Joe Wenner. And we remember 10 of the 420 precious souls from the community of Colleen who were taken in the Shoah and for whom our Colleen Chapel, our finer chapel, is dedicated. Berta Brunerova, Alwa Budlovsky, Ivan Dechmar, Otali Dechmarova, Anna Diamant, Yosef Diamant, Karel Diamant, Hugo Eckstein, Yiri Eckstein, and Julius Eckstein. Zichronam Levracha. May their memories be for an eternal blessing. And so I ask, if you have lost a loved one during these past 30 days, rise with me. Rise in solidarity. Rise symbolically or actually. If you are still in the 11-month period of mourning since the loss of a loved one, rise either in actually or symbolically. And if you are observing a yahrzeit, the anniversary of a death on this Shabbat, you too should rise, either actually or symbolically. And we stand with you in solidarity as we join together in the words of the mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, Ba'alma divrachir ute v'yamlich malchute b'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kari vimru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach la'alam ulalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. v'yitadar v'yit'ale v'yitalal shmei d'kudsha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shmaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. And may the source of peace, who makes peace in places far beyond our knowing, send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved here among us, wherever they may be. And let us say, Amen.
Oseh shalom, shalom imromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. So as we bring our service to a close, we just wanted to lift up a few of the things that are happening here at Temple in the next couple of weeks. This Shabbat, tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, we will have Young Family Shabbat with Rabbi Black and Brad Cohen, our Director of Youth and Family Learning, who is a lot of fun. So definitely tune in for that at 10 o'clock. Torah study with Rabbi Black. And if you need the link for the Zoom experience, if you want to register, you can still do that through the Wufu link on in the e-notes. At 11 o'clock, the community service will be led by Rabbi Black and myself. And at 7 o'clock, we will have Shweder Havdalah. All of those things that I just mentioned, Young Family Shabbat, Torah Study, Community Service, and Shweder Havdalah, all will be on Channel 1 of our website, and also this Facebook page, the main Facebook page that you are watching right now. Also tomorrow, we have at 9 o'clock, the Bar Mitzvah of James Xander Keenan, which will be officiated by Rabbi Hyatt and myself.
And Neil probably too, I'm guessing.
And Neil, actually, that is very true. And Neil. That will be a lot of fun. And a first, I think. So that will be very special. That will be at 9 o'clock on Channel 2 of the Temple Emanuel website and the Temple Emanuel Denver B'nai Mitzvah page. So be sure to check out those things.
By the way, Cantor, I'm not sure everybody knows what a Wufu link is.
Oh, a Wufu link is like an RSVP form online that you sign up. Thank you, Rabbi. You sign up on the form, and then we will email you the Zoom link. And we do that for security purposes so that we're not publishing the Zoom link and making sure that the right people get to the right places in the right fashion. Hanukkah is coming, but first, before Hanukkah, is Thanksgiving. Many of you know that every year our congregation has the honor of participating in the Interfaith Thanksgiving service. That is indeed going to happen again. Rabbi Black and I have prepared some virtual material along with many of our colleagues from different faith traditions, and we will be posting about this in our e-notes and on our website, but it's going to be a video that will be produced live on Thanksgiving Day at 10 o'clock, similar to when the service usually is in person. So definitely turn it on while you're cooking. There are some really amazing clergy people who have participated and have lots of beautiful messages that come from and are grounded in a lot of different faith traditions. So please do watch it. If you can't watch it at 10 o'clock on Thanksgiving Day, the great news is that you can watch it whenever. It's like to
leftovers.
Saved.
It's like
Yes.
leftovers.
It's just like that. I told a story about bagels. So it's a very appropriate time, brunch time, to watch. So yes, you should definitely do that. And then after that, Hanukkah is coming. The Hanukkah starts December 9th, I believe, is the first candle, 9th or 10th.
It's the 24th of Kislev.
There you go. Thank you, Rabbi. Much easier way to keep track. And there will be a lot of Hanukkah events and ways to connect around Hanukkah. So definitely check out our e-notes, go to the website, and we'll be announcing a lot more of that upcoming once we have all of those details firmly in place. But even though we cannot be together physically this year for Hanukkah, we very much intend to light up the darkness of this season and make sure that we can celebrate virtually together. Rabbi, anything else that you wanted to add?
No. it's going to be good to see everybody tomorrow.
Yes, that is definitely true. Okay, so we are going to then transition to Kiddush and Motzi. So grab some grape juice or some wine, and let's bless Shabbat together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho v'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lemasei v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikrae kodesh zecher letzion mitzrayim ki vanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. And now let us take out our challah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. And so we conclude this evening with the song of Chanukah to its original words, Ma'otsur, Yeshuati, Rock of Ages. Let us sing together about light, about strength, about comfort, and about hope. Ma'otsur, Yeshuati, L'chana, L'shabeya, Tichon Beit Tefilati, V'sham Toda Nezabeya, Le'etachim Adbeya, Mitzor Nabeya, Azegmor Yashir Mizmor Chanukah Amifeya, Azegmor Yashir Mizmor Chanukah Amifeya. Rock of ages, let our song praise your saving power. You amidst the raging flood were our sheltering tower. Furious they assailed us, but your arm availed us, and your word broke their sword when our own strength failed us, and your word broke their sword when our own strength failed us.
Eloheinu ve'Elohi kol dorotenu, our God and the God of every generation, on this Shabbat, when we anticipate giving thanks, on this Shabbat, when we look forward to the light of Chanukah, on this Shabbat, when the many ifs that confront us help to guide us and push us in a direction of healing and hope, even when there is uncertainty. We ask your blessing on this holy congregation, on everyone who looks to find you, even in times of difficulty, even in times of uncertainty. And we ask your blessing. Bruchim hayinu bevoenu, bruchim nihya b'tzeitenu. Blessed were we in coming here, and blessed may we be as we go forth. For this time and always, amen. Shabbat shalom. And we'll see you at Thanksgiving services on Thursday. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
Shalom.
Thanksgiving, everyone. Shabbat shalom.
Bye-bye.